Admiral Vextar's mandibles clicked in amusement as he studied the tactical display aboard his flagship, the Reaper's Edge. The human fleet hung in space like scattered debris, their primitive vessels barely registering as threats on his advanced sensors. 23 ships against his armada of 200. It was almost insulting. "Sir," his tactical officer, a lean Zerathi with emerald scales, approached cautiously. "The humans are maintaining their formation. They show no signs of retreat." Vexitar's 4 eyes swirled in their sockets, the hegemony equivalent of laughter. "Of course they don't. These mammals still think their crude metal boxes can stand against the might of the galactic hegemony." He gestured with one clawed appendage toward the viewscreen. "Look at those pathetic vessels. Their largest ship is barely half the size of our smallest destroyer." The bridge crew joined their admiral's mirth. The humans had emerged onto the galactic stage only 50 years ago, and their technology remained laughably primitive compared to the 1,000-year empire of the hegemony. Their ships used chemical propulsion and kinetic weapons, museum pieces compared to the plasma cannons and quantum drives that powered hegemony vessels. "Shall we begin the attack, Admiral?" asked the weapons officer, eagerness evident in his translated voice. "In a moment," Vextar replied, savoring the anticipation. "First, let's see if these humans have any final words. Open a channel." The viewscreen flickered, revealing the bridge of the human flagship. A weathered man in a dark blue uniform stood at attention, his steel-gray eyes betraying no fear despite facing overwhelming odds. Captain Elena Rodriguez of the Earth Defense. Fleet had earned a reputation for stubbornness among the hegemony, a reputation Vextar intended to end today. "Captain Rodriguez." Vexitar's voice carried the condescending tone of absolute superiority. "You face the full might of the Third Hegemony battle fleet. Surrender now, and your deaths will be swift." Rodriguez's expression never wavered. "Admiral, Vextar, I presume. You're welcome to try taking these ships. Fair warning, though, Earth doesn't surrender." The Admiral's mandibles clicked harder. "Defiant to the end. Very well. When this battle is over, your species will serve as a cautionary tale to other primitives who dare challenge their betters." "Maybe," Rodriguez replied calmly. "But you won't be around to tell it." The transmission cut and Vextar's amusement transformed into cold anger. "All ships attack formation. Let's show these mammals what real warfare looks like." 200 hegemony vessels surged forward, their sleek hulls gleaming with energy shields and bristling with plasma weaponry. They moved in perfect formation, a testament to centuries of military refinement. The human ships, by contrast, looked ancient. Thick armor plating covered their hulls like medieval knights, and crude projectile weapons jutted from their sides. They moved with the graceless efficiency of industrial machinery, which, Vextar mused, they essentially were. "Weapons range in 30 seconds, reported the tactical officer. "All batteries prepare to—" Vextar's order died in his throat as his sensors detected something impossible. The human ships were opening their gun ports, revealing weapons that made his blood run cold. "Sir," his tactical officer's voice cracked with uncertainty. "Those aren't kinetic weapons." Vexitar stared at the readings, his 4 eyes struggling to process what they showed. The energy signatures were off the charts, far beyond anything the humans should possess. "That's impossible. Our intelligence reports showed they still use primitive projectiles." "Sir, they're powering up weapons. Energy output is—" "Sir, it's exceeding our shield capacity." Before Vextar could respond, space itself seemed to tear apart. The human flagship unleashed a salvo that defied physics as the hegemony understood it. The beams didn't just punch through the first line of hegemony ships. They vaporized them entirely, leaving nothing but expanding clouds of superheated plasma. "Evasive maneuvers!" Vextar screamed, but it was too late. The human fleet had transformed. What moments before appeared to be clumsy, primitive vessels now moved with deadly precision. Their weapons tracked targets with impossible accuracy, and each shot found its mark. Hegemony shields, designed to withstand the most advanced plasma, weapons in the galaxy, crumpled like paper before this new human technology. The Reaper's edge shook violently as a near miss scorched its hull. Vextar's tactical display showed catastrophic losses, 30 ships gone in the first volley, with more disappearing every second. "What are those weapons?" Vextar demanded. His science officer, a trembling Ixian with pale blue skin, worked frantically at his console. "Sir, they appear to be some form of directed antimatter beam, but the energy requirements should be impossible for ships that size." Another human salvo lanced out, and 12 more hegemony vessels vanished in brilliant flashes. The perfect formation dissolved into chaos as captains desperately tried to escape the killing field. Rodriguez's voice crackled over the comm system, broadcasting on all frequencies. "Attention hegemony fleet. You wanted to see what real warfare looks like? This is Earth's gift to the galaxy. We call it the relativity cannon. It converts matter directly into energy at 97% efficiency." Vextar's blood turned to ice. Antimatter weapons were theoretical even for the hegemony. The power requirements alone made them impractical for ship-mounted systems. Yet somehow these primitive humans had not only mastered the technology, but miniaturized it. "Sir, we've lost over 60% of the fleet," reported his tactical officer. "Recommend immediate retreat." Pride warred with survival instinct in Vextar's chest. The hegemony had never retreated from primitives, but watching another dozen ships disappear under human fire, he realized this battle was already over. "All ships emergency jump to rally point 7, he ordered through gritted teeth. "Full retreat." As the surviving hegemony vessels fled into hyperspace, Rodriguez's voice followed them. "Tell your hegemony this. Earth remembers every slight, every threat, every act of aggression. You wanted a war? You've got one." Vextar slumped in his command chair as the stars blurred past. They had mocked Earth's navy, dismissed human ingenuity as primitive barbarism. That arrogance had cost him over half his fleet in less than 10 minutes. The humans had been hiding their true capabilities, allowing the galaxy to underestimate them while they perfected weapons that made hegemony technology look like stone axes. And now, with their secret revealed, Earth was ready to show the galaxy what happened when humanity decided to stop playing nice. The war for galactic dominance was about to begin, and the hegemony had just learned they were no longer the apex predators they thought they were.